It's KROQ. You're listening to the Kevin and Bean Show. Congratulations to Luis Rivera from Visalia. Just got those tickets for Kings of Leon. He heard that song. He was the 20th caller. We're going to give you one more chance to win those tickets in the 9 o'clock hour here on KROQ this morning. Then we're going to do the grand prize drawing as well.
And that's to send somebody to London, by the way, to see the band again in Hyde Park. We can't have too many listeners in Visalia. Thanks, Louise. That's awesome of you.
That's cool.
Guys, I don't know if you've noticed the new trend on TV is game shows are back in a big way. Family Feud is back. The Gong Show is coming back. Match Game is back. The Love Connection is coming back. I know that's very exciting news for a lot of people, and I imagine it's going to sound something like this.
Welcome to Love Connection, where old-fashioned romance meets modern-day technology, where you hear all the intimate details of a first date. And now, here's the host of Love Connection,
Andy Cohen.
It'll sound just like that when it debuts later this year on Fox. We are delighted to welcome Andy Cohen to the Kevin and Bean Show. How are you, sir?
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going well.
It's going great. So you're filling some pretty big shoes there, and Chuck Woolery is still alive and doing catheter commercials on TV. I'm sure he would have loved to have got his old gig back. What happened?
I know. I have no idea. All I know is I love digging into people's personal lives with inappropriate questions. So the job seems suited for what I'm doing now on a nightly basis on Watch What Happens Live, and certainly with all of the Housewives and Bravo people. So, look, I just view Chuck will be my role model, my patron saint, my guide, and I will be enthusiastically filling his shoes as best
Sure.
All right, Andy, sort of recap the show for me. I remember that there were 3 dates that the people go on, and then they come back and talk. How does it work?
Yes. Well, we're twisting up the format a little bit. Yeah, they're going to be going out on 3 dates. And the cool thing, and, then they just come on and they hear about the dates. And we have a couple format twists that you're going to find out about later. But essentially, it's just a dating show. And we want people, we did some run-throughs last week in LA and with some people who we had set up on dates. And it was so fun for me because people were actually, some of the dates were successful, and it was great. And I felt like, wow, this can actually work. And the cool thing is, we're casting right now. All you have to be is over the age of 21 and single, and you just go to bentertainment.com, and that's where you find out more. And it's from the producers of The Bachelor, and everyone is welcome, all ages, all types, whatever, just as long as you're looking for love and, want to be on TV.
Okay. And I'm glad you brought up The Bachelor, because that's a show that seems to hyper-accelerate a relationship in just a few weeks to go from, hey, I just met you, to, hey, now we're engaged to be married. If I remember the Love Connection, if I remember how it used to be, it's really just, did you like this person enough to go out on another date? It's not like you're trying to force-feed them together, right?
That is exactly right. I mean, watching The Bachelor, I never get how, okay, I've been to 2 parties with JoJo, I've had 18 minutes with her total, and then I'm like, I think I'm falling in love with you. I'm like, what? It takes me like 10 years to fall in love with someone, but that's another story.
Well, maybe you're watching that show for all the wrong reasons.
I know. Exactly. I feel like this is just kind of a more natural assessment of what it's like to go on a date with someone and how it went. I love it when my friends go on dates and they let me grill them about them. And I love hearing about others' first dates. There's something fun and voyeuristic about it.
Sure, absolutely.
That's really what this show is about.
Now, let me ask you this. This is the voice of Andy Cohen here on the Kevin and Bean Show. We're talking about the rebooted Love Connection coming later this year to Fox. If you want to apply, it's ventertainment.com. And this is a serious question. I hope this isn't too deep, Andy. But we live in an age now where there are so many options for dating, particularly with things like Tinder and Grindr and whatnot. And it seems like people are quick to dismiss a potential partner in 5 seconds. Did you find with the couples that you had in LA last week, did you find that they're willing to take some time to kind of get to know the person across the table from them, or are they always looking past that person to the next thing?
It seemed like it. I mean, listen, we had some classic, there was one date where the woman was texting the entire time. She just didn't even want to, she didn't want to give it up to this guy whatsoever. And then another couple that spent 5 hours together, and you could tell that they just really connected. There was one little issue with them, which we worked out in the conversation in the studio. But it was cool because these days they actually have to spend, and it seems a little analog, but they're spending like 3 to 5 hours with each other, getting to know each other.
Listen to Allie. She's like, ugh.
Gross.
I know. That's like an eternity.
Yes.
Now that girl that was texting the whole time, so she comes back in and you're able to call her on that?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty sweet. All right, so if anybody is listening and wants to be on this show, you're over 21, you can apply to be on the new Love Connection with Andy Cohen.
And I would ask you one other thing real quick, Andy, before you go, and that is, you mentioned that you're a single guy currently, right?
I am dating someone right now.
Oh, you're
I've
dating somebody.
seen him on his Instagram. He's
really?
hot.
Is he hotter?
Yeah, super hot.
I was trying to figure out, and I apologize because I know you get asked this all the time, but I feel like you and Anderson Cooper are the greatest couple in the world, and I know you guys are really, really good friends. Was there ever a time where that might have happened?
You know what's so funny? We were set up on a blind date like 20-something years ago. That's
Really?
How we met. This buddy of mine who had gone to college with Anderson, I think, and Anderson was just starting out his career. I think he was at ABC News at the time, and I was starting out mine at Yes. And he was like, look, we spoke on the phone, and he now says that he could picture me gesticulating wildly on the phone and that it turned him off. And
It turned him off?
Yeah, and also I think I asked him about his mom being Gloria Vanderbilt, like 2 minutes into the conversation.
Yeah, maybe hold that question for a little later.
Yeah, with his dating rule breaker, and I'm like, so you're Gloria Vanderbilt's son? And he was like, okay, I'm not going on this date. But we wound up being, look, we're really great friends. And sometimes people are destined to be friends, and sometimes people are destined to be more than that. But
that's so interesting.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That is really well. I've heard a lot about that tour that you guys take out on the road, and it sounds like it's a lot of fun. I want to see that one day for sure.
Super fun. We're sold out in New York City tonight, actually. So
that's awesome.
We're really excited. Yeah.
All right. Well, we love you on Watch What Happens Live, of course, and all the great work that you do on TV. We're excited to see Love Connection when it starts to air again. Ventertainment.com if you want to be on the show as a contestant. The Love Connection. Thank you, Andy. Great talking to you today, sir.
Thanks to finally meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
You guys are legends. And thanks for having me on the show.
You bet. Thank you, Andy.
Hey, remember the mortgage meltdown of 2008? Have